When I first arrived Earth, I was told that humans are higher mammals, which means their brains was different from that of any other creature, any other living thing. That humans were rational, they were good thinkers, they were innovators, amongst many other things that humans are. But to my utmost surprise, some humans don't think. Yes, they don't think. As much as you feel you know what you're doing, you make decisions for yourself, you know the right thing from the wrong thing, you try as much as you can to be peaceful and kind. Some humans don't think. And it's actually a national or international emergency because those who don't think are kind of, well, I'm not responsible for the statistics, but I feel they are more than those who think, and hence why the world is in so much chaos. However, chaos is the natural order of things. Yes, I will say this is the truth because human beings don't understand the concept of peace and quiet. Anytime, the world seems to be drifting towards having peaceful resolutions or people are living their lives, there's always someone or something that is there to disrupt that sense of tranquility. Some people are naturally born villains. They don't have, they're sadists. They don't know what happiness is, so they don't want to see other people happy. They don't want to see other people peaceful. Now, let's go back to people who don't think. As shocking as this may be to some people who might be watching this, yes, some people don't think. Hence why you see people making irrational decisions and people take actions on impulse. And they don't really even care about the consequences of their actions. Some people feel they have nothing to lose, so they don't really care who is at the receiving end of things. I mean, look at the world now. Every day when you turn on the news, you hear that children are dying due to starvation, disease outbreak, and so on and so forth. And then you have a case of Ebola virus that is currently spreading across Africa, and some people in the Democratic Republic of Congo are burning down isolation centers because health workers have refused to give them the dead bodies of their infected family members. As strange as this might sound, honestly, I don't get, I don't understand the concept of burning down an isolation center when Africa itself is lacking lots and lots of resources. Africa is far behind when it comes to development. So I'm in shock when the little that they have, they seem to not manage it properly. And I don't know if there's a communication problem between Africans and their leaders or Africans and the rest of the world, but something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. Africa is home to more than 1 billion people. More than 1 billion people of the world's population resides in Africa. Africa is blessed with natural resources, but unfortunately, Africa has leaders who don't care about the well-being of Africans. They rather listen to the callings of their puppet masters. Ironic that I am a puppet and I'm talking about this, but well, I'm an alien, as you people might like to call species who don't belong on Earth. But what really is the problem? For a very long time, the African history has always blamed colonialism and imperialism for its lack of development. But I think it has to do more with the character and the attitudes of Africans. I'm not saying that imperialism doesn't play a role in the underdevelopment of Africa, but it has more to do with the behavior and the attitude of Africans. Africans are blessed beyond their imagination. And I think only very few of them know what they have, the worth of what they have. And only very few of them are willing to develop the continent. And the saddest thing about it is those who are aware of the root cause of the problems of Africa, they can't do much about their situation because their hands are tied. On one side, whenever they try to do a revolution, those who benefit more from the downfall of Africa will instigate some sort of violence and some sort of, disruption. And those same Africans that their, people are trying to fight for will eventually harm their freedom fighters. And that's sad. That's sad. It's sad. And the rest of the world hates Africa. Yes. And it has nothing to do with their skin color or the language that they speak. It has more to do with the attitude of Africans. I mean, when you talk about corruption, you think about Africa. First, you can call about 5 different African countries when corruption is mentioned before you think of any other country in the world. Every form of violence that you can imagine, be it terrorism, xenophobia, apartheid, corruption, diseases, wars, most especially proxy wars, is always Africa. Why are you allowing yourself to be used as proxies? Why? You have a mind of your own. Why can't you think for yourself? A lot of proxy wars are going on in Africa, and the mainstream media isn't even covering up to 1/4 of what is going on in Africa. A lot of human trafficking and organ harvesting is going on in Africa, and mainstream media isn't saying anything about it. Terrorism is thriving in Africa so badly that nobody's trying to even do anything about it. Not even the African Union, not to even mention the United Nations. So I wonder what went wrong. Why our dear Africa? I mean, I'm just an observer, and well, this is part of my observation. Africans need to do better. They need to find better leaders and efficient way of doing things.